Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Ark Survival Ascended, and today I'm going to be hunting down some of the ghost creatures here on Valguero to get some of the ghost skins. I'd like to quickly apologize for not being an episode in a while. I've been fighting an illness, so it's been a little bit difficult for me to get on and do anything, and most of the episodes that I want to make take a bit longer to prepare for, so episodes may have a little bit of a longer break in between them for the foreseeable future. Anyway, that being said, I want to go hunt down the ghost creatures to get the ghost skins, and in order to do that, I'm going to need this item for Fear Ascended, known as the Ecto Lantern. And we actually have a ghost Anki over here. I haven't actually used this thing on a ghost creature yet, and I don't know if there's a way for me to give it more ammunition, or if it'll simply just break when I'm done with it. Supposedly, I just need to shine it on the creature. And I'm assuming that means it's weakened, so now I can simply just take it out. And that wasn't too bad. So now we should get an ectoplasm, in this case for the Anki, which seems to last for about, looks like that's a week. So I want to go ahead and try and get one of these from every single creature here on Valguero. Unfortunately, that's not going to be every single creature that there is a ghost variant for, as some of the creatures don't live here on Valguero, and due to a couple of the mods I have, some of them don't actually have the variants spawn, such as the Rexes. Due to the Evo Rexes, the normal Rexes don't spawn, therefore the ghost variants don't spawn. Fortunately, I can get most of them, so I will try to get as many of them as I can. Now I have this Deinonychus here. There we go. Alright, so shouldn't be too hard to get most of them, but some of them are going to be a little bit rarer, so we'll just check the level of this Mega Raptor. Alright, nothing too good. I have received word that the Paleo, Mega Raptor, and Deinonychus do not seem to be coming in the foreseeable future, so I've decided to just go ahead and mutate the base variant, and if I'm in the process of taming them and the Paleo variants come out, then I'll go ahead and I'll just start with the Paleo variants, but I've decided that I don't want to wait for them because it looks like they may be taking a little bit longer than first thought, so I'll just go ahead and check them out later when they do come out. I will be awaiting them. But in the meantime, I'll just mutate the normal variants. Now, in order to make the Ecto Lantern, you actually need to get some dinosaur bones, which you'll get from skeletal creatures, and a new item called Mutagen Ooze, which you'll find from creatures that seem to replace dodo spawns known as Mausers. They are pretty common here on the beach up here, is where I've found most of them. They replace dodo spawns from what I can tell, just like the Zomdodos, which now seem to spawn naturally. But there's actually a skeletal raptor over here. You know what? Let's quickly kill that. Anyway, they're relatively tanky and do a decent bit of damage, so anyone early game living on the beach, it's a little bit more dangerous over here now. Yeah, here's two of them right here. That one wasn't too high of level, but I have had some that seem to tank a pretty good amount of damage when they're decently high levels, so just a little bit of warning. They're basically just alpha dodos, from what I can tell. So definitely going to take quite a bit to kill, but nothing too dangerous. And that'll grab us the skeleton raptor skin and quite a few bones, so that was worth it. I'll quickly just take the claw, and we will move on our way to our next target. So I've gotten an Anki and a Deinonychus. The next one, I believe, on my list should be an RG, which, fortunately, RGs are pretty common, so it shouldn't take too long for me to find one. I'm not going to be able to get the Reaper, unfortunately, as there aren't Reaper Kings on Valguero. There's just Queens, as far as I know, so I'm unfortunately not going to be able to get the skin for my Reaper, but I should hopefully be able to get most of them. And hopefully it actually completely unlocks the skin and you can equip it as many times as you want instead of just going ahead and giving you one of them. I think that they've been doing the unlock form instead of just getting a single one when you make skins on Ascended, which is a change that I've really enjoyed. It's made it a lot easier to go ahead and enjoy using these cosmetics more. That being said, I have had a few cases where I will make a cosmetic, and seemingly when I start a different playthrough, it just disappears. Alright, we got an RG here, and fortunately I have I can use weapons on my Rhino, because this would be a little bit difficult if I couldn't. Let's see, I'll just shoot it. I don't know how I missed that. That was a little bit embarrassing. Okay. Okay, I guess RGs just can't be shot anymore. Well, Rhinos are decent combats in the air, so. I really like that they added a lot of new Ghost variants. I always like these skins, and I'm glad that they decided to give a bunch of other creatures the option to have this skin. Here we go. Alright. Let's see. What's next on the list? Next, we have... Let's see. Gigantoraptor, Ceratosaurus, Anklers, Veilwinds, Drakelings, Yeelings, which aren't on this map, Spinos, Megalodons, Otters. Alright, we have something down here. Another RG. Oh, there's also a ghost cat. So, let's see. First on the list, we'll do the angler later when I go underwater. I guess I'll just start. I could go get a basilisk, because that is one of the old ones. I'll do the ones down the aberration area later. I guess I'll check for a cat. I haven't seen a cat here on Valguero yet, so hopefully this one actually counts as a ghost cat and isn't just a normal one. Let's see. I do, from what I understand, the gene scanner can track normal creatures, the ghost creatures, as well as the regular variants, so we'll just have to quickly find one. I don't know how rare they are, but they don't seem to be too bad, but definitely don't make up a crazy amount of the population. I'm not sure how I feel about them changing how you take them out. Seems to be a... There we go. Not sure about the whole having to shock them, but... Ah. There we go. Nope. One more. There we go. Oh. I don't know why it stopped moving there. Well. This is the ectoplasm? Perfect. Alright, now we got a cat. Should be 3 of... I don't know how many there are. I'm not really keeping track. Might take a while for me to find some of the other ones, though. Got all the really common ones out of the way, so... let's go for the Cerata next. They're relatively common over here in this more mountainous area, so... This one right there. Ooh, 140. I really wish that these things were easier to tame. I do like them. They're quite fun, but they're just really annoying to tame ever since they made the hemoglobin cocktail a lot weaker than it was when they were a modded creature. So, I haven't really tamed one ever since they made them official. So, I hope that they'll eventually add a way to make the cocktail a bit more effective, but... Let's see, hopefully this next one's a ghost. Guessing not. Yeah. Another 140. Alright. I guess I will quickly go find a ghost one, and I will bring you guys back when I find it. Alright, finally found one of the ghost Ceratas. Quickly gonna pull out my Giga to help clear the area first. I don't think a Microraptor can reach me up here, right? Right? Hopefully not. Oh well. These things have a really high damage resistance. Oh, interesting. You seem to be able to use it on any amount. Oh, whoops. What'd I throw out? Oh, my hydro. Here, I'll just go ahead and do it this way, I guess. Quickly. There we go. Definitely an interesting way of doing this. Alright, there we go. Took way too long to find. Forever. Fortunately, serratas are very common. Let's see. I think I'll head up north and try to get the, Valguero next. Just want to quickly check if there's a Drakeling around here, though. Also, the level of that Quetzal. Not good. Let's see. If there's one down here, I may as well go check. Oh. Is it right here? Maybe? No? Oh, there's a one right here. I think that's a spring one. Yep. Might use the, Ghost Drakeling skin. I'm curious to see if it takes the, if it keeps the physical attributes of the different seasons and just gives it the color and, I guess, texture of a ghost, or if it actually has a different, if it has different attributes. Like how the, trying to figure out how I explain it, but all of the different Drakelings, depending on the season, their wings and tail are slightly different. Like the autumn one, I guess I can't really zoom in that much here. The leaves and the tail look like the wings and the tail look like dead leaves. So I wonder if that'll be kept over, but I'll have to go ahead and just find one and find out. I should probably head back and see how much of the mutagen I'll need. It doesn't say anything in there. But so far we got 5 of them, and I got 2 of the ones I really want, that being the RG and the Deinonychus. I'm really excited to get the Angler. I'm not really sure why. I guess just the idea of a Angler that completely glows instead of just the lantern that comes out of its head. Just for some reason, I really like that idea, so I'm real excited to get that. Not that I ever really plan on taming an Angler here. I have a Hydro for harvesting Silk Pearls, so I don't really need an Angler, but I guess I'll just go ahead and find one of these Drakelings. Well, that didn't take very long. I don't really know how I'm going to go ahead and actually hit this thing with a lantern. Be a little bit difficult. Fortunately, it seems to track it pretty well, so I think we should be good now. Yep, there we go. Let's see if it is season sensitive. The problem is now I gotta find it. Actually, since I killed one of my Rhino, did it? It did. Let's see. It just says Drakeling. So, it doesn't say what kind of Drakeling. Oh. Wrong one. Not that good. Yeah. Now, I guess I can go get a Valguero. So, other than the Valguero, let's see. I need to get the Spino, the Gigantoraptor, the Otter, Megalodon, and Angler. I'm trying to think. There was the Basilisk, a Bulldog, and a Direwolf from the original Ghost Creatures. I can't get the Owl or the Reaper or the Rex due to them not being on this map and the Rex being replaced by the Evo Rex, so I guess we can head up to the snow and see if we can find a Valguero, and I'm sure I'll be able to find plenty of wolves. I actually haven't seen a Valguero here on Valguero yet, but I'm sure they're over here. I want to tame one eventually, just to have a companion. Oh, maybe they aren't here on Valguero, actually. Never mind. Well, that kind of ruins that plan. I guess I won't be taming a Veilwind. I guess we'll just quickly go get a wolf. Shouldn't take too long to find one. Never mind, that's an RG. I also need to head up here and get some Utis eventually. Oh, there's a wolf. Might be a little bit difficult to take it out, seeing that's got a bunch of Datons by it. Just quickly hit it with the lantern. It shouldn't be too difficult to take it out with a Rhino. I guess it's only a wolf. I guess as long as you weaken them, they really don't have much more health than the base variant. Got a good amount of them though, so that's good. I guess now we just have to go and get a Giganoraptor now. I think should be the last one here on the surface. Then we'll have to go down to the Aberrant area to get the Bulbdog and Basilisk, and then underwater to get the Megalodon and Angler. I'll just grab the Giganoraptor this way. One other thing I've noticed is that with Fear Ascended active, the Evo Giga doesn't seem to spawn, it just spawns the regular Giga instead. I went around the map looking to see if I could find an Evo Giga before I started filming, and I found a regular Giga, and I have the setting that all of the creatures that can have Paleo variants are Paleo 100% of the time, so a little bit of a bug. I don't know if the makers of Paleoarch know that, but just a bit of a warning to anyone who's trying to get Gigas. Might be a little bit of a problem. I haven't seemed to notice the issue with Rexes, though, as all of them seem to be the normal Paleo Evo Rex, so shouldn't be an issue. But that does mean that you can't get the Ghost costume for the Rex or find the Bone variant for the Rex, so might be a little bit difficult. Anyway, I will try to go find a Giganoraptor and bring you guys back when I find it. Okay, unfortunately, I ended up killing all of the Giganoraptors that are on the map, so I came down to the Aberration area, and I actually ended up finding a Bulbdog and apparently a ton of these Mausers, so just have to quickly take all these guys out, and then we'll grab the Bulbdog, and then I can try to find the Spino, as I think the Aberrant variant should count towards the final total. It should count towards the ghost creature. Sorry, my brain is still not over the virus, so words aren't really working. I guess they never really work with me, though, but I try my best. I don't know why there's so many of these things down here. Should have pulled out my Reaper and my Giga. Oh well, I'll get a bunch of the mutagen, whatever it is. Be helpful for making all the skins, but yeah. I lost all the Giganoraptors, so I might have to find them later on. They're not very common on the map, so it'll probably take a while for them to respawn, and I don't really have that much time, so I'll probably go for them later. I'll try to find the, what do you call them, the Spinos, and then I'll probably go underwater. So I guess there are basilisks on this map now, so I can try to go find the basilisk, and if I get lucky, I'll get one, and if not, I'll just have to go underwater. Okay, I need something a little bit stronger. The Deinonychus is not really cutting it. That should work. Yeah. When in doubt, Pocket Giga solves most of your problems. Oh, they do have a headshot. I did not realize that they beat Loki up that much. A very bad shot today. I'll just quickly pull all of it. Mutagen Ooze, here we go. 51. Holy cow. Here's that Bulbdog. We're using a charged lantern on a charged creature. Sorry, buddy. but I need that ectoplasm. Alright. See if we can find any of the Spinos. Should probably also pull up a search for the basilisks. Kind of upset that they didn't just make ectoplasm a general resource and each ghost creature would drop a different amount and you just use it to craft any of the costumes and that it's specific. That way you could get any of the costumes even if the creatures weren't on the map that you're currently playing on. I don't know. I might go ahead and just go onto a single player and just craft them just so I unlock them, but at the same time I feel like that's kind of cheating. I don't know. I'll think about it. It's a little bit annoying that I'll miss out on them, but at the same time, they'll come around next year. Here we go. 55. Alright. Somehow I forgot that these things spit poison. I don't know if basilisks in mythology actually were able to spit poison or anything, but I definitely like these things. I can't wait to go ahead and tame one eventually, but we'll need to fix the rock drake issue first. I am annoyed about the weight nerf that they got since they can now be bred. They got a bit of a nerf to their stats, I think especially their weight, which was really what basilisks were used for, so pretty annoyed that they nerfed them because of that. Hopefully, though, we should be able to quickly find a ghost Spino, seeing that Spinos are really common down here. I'm hoping that the aberrant variant can become a ghost, but I guess we'll have to see. I can't imagine it'll take long if they are able to be ghosts. I'm also very curious to see how one would look. That's a very nice looking one. A little 55. Oh, they definitely can be ghosts. Let's quickly... actually, hold on. Let's try it this way. Oh, you can't pull out... I thought you could pull out weapons while latched onto them. I should probably be careful of my health. I forgot that those Mausers did quite a number on Loki's health. Let's see if this thing's just as cowardly as its living counterparts. Here we go. Yep. There it is. Alright, that just leaves 4 left. 4 on our ghost checklist. There's the Basilisk, the Gigantoraptor, the Megalodon, and the Angler. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find the Basilisk, simply because Basilisks are pretty rare, so might take me a while to find one, so I'll probably just cut to either when I find one or when I take out all the ones that are on the map and I just decide to go underwater and get the Megalodon and Anglerfish. So I'll quickly look for Basilisk and be right back. Okay, so I thought that I'd bring you guys back. I ended up killing all of the Basilisks on the map, but I found a bunch of dead anglers around here, down in the Aberration Zone, and just thought I'd bring you guys back because, well, I'm just gonna take the ectoplasm. So all we have left to get is the Megalodon. I'll have to get the Basilisk and Gigantoraptor later. So now that I think about it, I should quickly check to see if there is a Gigantoraptor on the map now. Not yet. Alright. Yeah, I'll probably end up just getting those later on. And I'll just go get the Megalodon right now. I don't got too much more time, so I don't want to spend too much more time working on this. I don't know why the anglers seem to just spawn on land and just die. I don't really know. I haven't seen any of them in the water as far as I know. They've just been on land. At least I don't remember any being in the water. So I don't know if their spawns are messed up right now and they're using the wrong coordinates or what's going on, but if you want free either ectoplasm from anglers or just angler gel in general, you can just come down here and quickly farm some up just by walking around. They seem to just be free around here. You don't even need to kill them, so unfortunately, angler gel isn't really too helpful, but I guess early game it would be a good way to keep your fires burning, but you're not going to get any charcoal out of it. I hope that at some point they do add more uses for angler gel. I'm kind of surprised that it's not used in the tending of elder claws. It's a bit weird that they have a lot of the underwater resources used for that, but they don't use angler gel for some reason. I don't know why, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'll just quickly head up and go find a Megalodon, and then we'll probably just head back to base and craft up all of the costumes, and then I'll call it. It'll be a bit of a shorter and easier one, but just a little bit easier on me while I'm sick to go ahead and make this. I'll try and hopefully get a longer, more deeper episode out soon, but I'm still trying to recover. But I do want to try and get some other stuff done for Fear Ascendant, because supposedly the Dodo Rex spawns on Valguero now, and I looked, and you can actually supposedly track it with the gene scanner, so that's going to make finding Dodo Rex a lot easier. That was always one of the things I struggled with most with trying to kill it, was just finding it to begin with. So now that I think about it, I think I remember from last year that there's actually an icon that shows up on the map of where it is. Maybe not, I don't know. But either way, I'd like to try and kill it. I'll have to come up with some idea on how to do that, though. Dodo Rex is really difficult to kill, so I'll have to try and think of some way I can go ahead and manage to take it out, but you can just, oh, whoops, must be unaggressive. We'll just quickly pull out my Hydrovanta and we can try to get the Megalodon, and then we can head back. Real quickly though, should probably check how much, oh, enter my inventory for 1 second, and suddenly I'm on land again. I'll need to go get a bit more of the mutagen ooze, so I'll probably just go and do that, but I definitely want to make all these costumes and see if I actually unlock them for use whenever I want, or if I'm gonna actually have to manually craft them whenever I want them. Hold on. Oh, that's a Paleo Spino. I honestly forgot that those were a thing. Oh well, it's nice to see them again. I'll just quickly see if there's any megs around here. I'm hoping I don't have to go to the underground ocean and that I can just find some up here, but I guess we'll just have to see. There's one that's not Ghost. It'd be interesting just to see a completely glowing Megalodon. Would be a little bit scary. Oh, speaking of which, there it is. It's weird, it looks like it doesn't have any teeth. Shark without teeth just looks weird. There we go. Just quickly get this thing out. Probably could have coated my Hydrovance's stinger with something, but it'll be fine. Ow, too close to use it. That's right. Apparently there's another Meg. I don't know if that requires it to be a ghost or... Oh, well, there is another ghost. Oh well. I just need the one. At least for now. Alright. Just simply head back. I guess I'll have to go farm up a bunch of the mutagenus, so I'll do that and bring you guys back when I'm ready to make all the costumes. Okay, so I'm back, and I was able to get enough mutagen ooze to go ahead and make all of the costumes that I should be able to make with the ectoplasm that I got, so just gonna pull this up. Yeah, we're missing the Reaper, the Basilisk, the Gigantoraptor, the Yeeling, the Veilwyn, the Owl, I forgot about the Otter, and the Mantis, and the Rex. Oh, I guess that's a sign that Dodorex will be here soon. Anyway, but I will go ahead and make these for now. I don't know why this is doing this. I will definitely go ahead and try to get the ones that I missed later on, but for now, I think this should be good enough. I definitely want to check out the Drakeling one and put it on my Drakeling, and I might use the Anki one for my Anki, and I'm pretty sure. I guess I have an Archie, so I can go ahead and use that one. I wish that they had one for a Rhino. That would be interesting. The Spino has a very interesting, I guess, what is that technically? A sprite, I guess? Doesn't exactly look like Arc Spino, so, I don't know. Kind of like it. I'm hoping that eventually we get to see a more realistic Spino come out. I think that the Paleoarc team plans on making one. But here, I will quickly check to see. Yeah, here we go. We have all of them, and it seems that I also have all of the bone ones as well. So I will quickly go ahead and equip some of my creatures with this thing. Let's see, I will take the Deinonychus. Actually, I already have Loki, so I'll grab my Anki. And let's check it out. Alright, Holiday, Fear Ascended, and Anki costume. There we go. Looks a bit weird with the saddle on, I'm gonna be honest, but I'll keep it on for now. I can do my Drakeling. Instead of using the Lost Colony one, I'll use this one for now. See how it looks. The tail kinda keeps. It's weird. It only shows up from a certain angle. It kinda keeps the tail. The wings are a bit stranger. Looks like that uses the spring one. Here, I'll throw them off my shoulder. Oh no, it looks nice. Here. See if it changes the breath at all. Wrong one. Nah, still keeps the same look. Oh well, it's nice. Got a little light bulb on my shoulder, I guess. And then I guess I can do, Loki real quick. There we go. So passive, I had set him on aggressive earlier. Here we go. That looks really nice. Yeah. I'm glad that they came out with these. Though I do quickly want to check to see if they are affected by, dyes at all. Whoops. Here, I'll just grab a yellow one. I guess I don't have the berries for that. Do I have any berries whatsoever? I probably have some Nurka berries, so grab black. I don't know why I need stem berries for black dye. Do I have any berries whatsoever? Edger berries. There we go. Here we go. I guess, that's... Nope. Royal? Nope. I guess none of them take Medger berries. Alright, well... I guess I'll have to go ahead and just get some berries the old-fashioned way. Do I really have... Oh. Here, I'll make a red one. I'm hoping that they're affected by this. That could look really nice. Here. And... There we... Oh, does not work? That doesn't. That's unfortunate. Oh, well. No, weird. It works for the bone creatures, though. Oh, well. Well, that's a little bit sad, but it works. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for this one. So, thank you all so much for watching. Sorry it's a bit of a shorter one, but again, still recovering, so it's gonna take a little bit before I can really get into longer episodes that are gonna be a bit stronger and have a little bit more meaning to them than just running around killing some ghosts, but I did want to get this one out for Halloween. So, regardless of whether or not you do do anything for Halloween, I do hope that you all have a great day or night, I guess. And until next time, farewell.